Alright, welcome back to Shin Megami Tensei 5. Return to Tokyo and devise a plan to reach the Empyrean, because last time we defeated Abdiel in Shikan to avenge our friend, Atsutsa. Well, I could do the main story. I did actually see at the end of last episode that there was actually, inside of the Diet building, as you can see, there are 2 side quests we have not accepted yet, and a little bit of dialogue. So I will head over there and see what those are about. And hello there, I was sent here to try to get your help with something. With the data we've acquired from Bethel's battles, we're now able to initiate a special battle training. The data regards the most prominent demons from the armies of Chaos, but it's incomplete at the moment. So we'd like you to provide some battle records for the AI to learn from. Okay, training some AI or something? Army of Chaos. Thank you. This will be incredibly helpful for us, and I'll prep the analysis right away. Select the Army of Chaos battles exercise and defeat all the demons therein. Okay, so now we have more virtual trainer stuff, which I did say I did not do those in a long time. So we'll do those eventually, I guess. And what's this dialogue here? I heard what happened at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. I'm sorry about Awagami. It looks like you're fused with Director Koshimizu now. Does anything feel wrong or out of place? We have no idea what may happen when a god or demon fuses with someone other than their designated knowledge. This is a new territory for us as well.
Do you mind?
Would you mind if I took some basic readings on you, just to make sure there aren't any issues? I guess it's okay. She makes a valid point.
Young man.
I recommend we do as she asks. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, I've taken the relevant data, and there doesn't seem to be any outstanding problems. There is one concern, though. I'm seeing a noticeable amount of fatigue in the director's body. You may be a Proto-Fiend, but I worry that your work as a Prime Minister and Director, and fighting on the front lines on top of that, is causing too much stress.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm aware of the weight of my responsibilities, but I'm simply doing what must be done to protect the people of Tokyo.
Yes.
Director, why do you do so much for humanity when you aren't even a human yourself?
But...
It's precisely because I'm not human myself.
Huh?
What?
I suppose.
I suppose now's a good time as any. Mango, you should hear my thoughts on this as well. As the Tsukuyomi-type Proto-Fiend, I took the responsibility of Prime Minister to guide this country through the times of crisis.
However...
As I carried out my duty, I grew to connect with this land's many citizens. Over time, I found myself continually drawn to the light given off by every individual's unique soul.
Yes.
Because we Proto-Fiends will never have soul of our own. I want to protect that light, even if it means bringing harm upon myself. I understand.
I see.
I had a feeling you might. Yuzuru Atsuta understood my way of thinking as well.
Yes.
Director? Regardless, my current mission is to protect you until the end. The researchers created this using the data they took from me. And you obtained the Tsukuyomi Essence Base. Okay, what does this do? You should be able to handle it like any other essence. I trust you'll use it well.
By the way...
I only took some basic readings this time, but I'd like to perform a more detailed examination later. Please speak to me when you're ready. I think we may be able to prepare a new essence for you. A new essence? Okay. Well, first things first, I need to see what this essence I just got actually is. Tsukuyomi Base is level 52, and the skill info gives me Elusive Eclipse. Nahobino slightly raises evasion, and after evading severe physical counterattack that ignores resistance and pierces through. This actually sounds crazy, especially since my agility is pretty high, so my evasion should be good. And there's also Moonlight Frost. Nahobino severe ice attack to all foes and ignores affinity resistance as pierces through. So yeah, this is just a powerful magic attack. I'm not really magic focused since I have like 50 magic compared to my 80 strength. I won't be using this even if it's really good, because that MP cost is absurd, and I don't even have ice potential. But there's also Fogna, which inflicts Mirage to make Elusive Eclipse even better. However, this is much better on a demon that has better ailment potential. And there's also High Restore, MP recovery when user strikes a weakness or lands a critical hit. This does seem pretty good on Nahobino because they crit a lot with their current setup. I think I will get Elusive Eclipse, simply because I have a Force Magic attack on my Nahobino right now, which I'm not really going to use that much, but since I need to go to like a ley line to actually equip it, I will actually just talk to this guy first. Hey there, I had a request for you, so I came to the Netherworld. We've received permission to use the data that will allow us to simulate a battle against the Kunitsukami for you. Okay. However, the battle data is quite old, and it seems to be lacking in some respects. We're hoping your training can provide new battle data for the AI to learn from. What do you think? Could you help us get some additional data? Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you.
Great, then I'll be collecting data while you battle. Select the Kunitsukami of Kanda no Yashiro exercise and defeat all the demons it pits you against. I will do that, but I want to equip my buffs and all that, so let me just do that real quick. And interesting, okay, since we have the Aogami, or I guess Tsukiyomi essence now, it is inside of the Cadaver's Hollow to buy at 37,500 Maka. Of course, reduced because I have miracles that lower the price, so this could be like 50,000 at base, so I have no idea. It's a good thing that's reusable, so if I ever need to like inherit like Fogano or High Restore, if I get List of Eclipse, then I could do that. Oh yeah, the resistances of Tsukiyomi is also really good because you're only weak to fire, but you void ice, you resist lightning, and you block light. So with our current setup, we will continue to have Boon Boost, Physical Pluralmail, Wrath Tempest, Bloody Glee, Luster Candy, Evergreen Dance, and our final skill should most definitely be Elusive Eclipse.
How is...
And as a combo, I will actually inherit a skill for the Pale Rider from Garulu, the Slumber Vortex, which has a chance of inflicting sleep and mirage to all foes. And basically what I'm inheriting is Pestilence, Bufudai, and Toxic Cloud, Slumber Vortex, Hellish Mask, and Safeguard, and Yabu Samesha. The Yabu Samesha is simply to extend the turn with the guaranteed crit, and Safeguard is because the fact that both Toxic Cloud and Slumber Vortex are area of effect, if there's an enemy on the field that blocks, like Sleep and Mirage for instance, or Poison, I no longer have to worry about losing press turn icons with Safeguard. And Hellish Mask is here simply because, well, I don't want him to get insta-killed or inflicted with ailments. Alternatively, I could get other skills, but I believe this is probably the best way to go with this guy right here. So, Physical and Ice, very focused on ailments, very good teammates. Well, let's go do some battle exercises, shall we? So right here is where we do the special battles. So you received a special assignment. Looks like you're being asked to take on 2 exercises. Kunitsukami of Kanda no Yashiro and Army of Chaos battles. You're the type of battles available at the moment. Defeating these battles result in game over, and it is recommended that you save before attempting them. What's the difference between consecutive and normal? I guess I could try consecutive? There's Army of Chaos, which I think I needed to do. So in normal battles, this is the Kunitsukami. Okay, let's try this one. I don't know what level it is, but since I saved it doesn't really matter. So let me check real quick. Okay. So 50, 43, 39, and 47. Okay, this is doable. Let's go immediately into the Slumber Vortex, probably. We get a weakness in there, so we extend our turn. Amazing. Now I'll use a Luster Candy, perhaps. There we go. And then my healer can probably just use Matsuru Kaja to increase attack. And then Lamo can use Celta Ruin, maybe crit? No crit, but we lowered their accuracy and evasion, which is even better. And now I can simply just Yabu Samesha. And since their accuracy is lowered, it doesn't really matter that much. And now what I can do is technically Omnipotent Succession, and then just go for the Wrath Tempest, so let's try it actually. Of course, I actually wanted to try something else out. Can I use Evergreen Dance, and then use Wrath Tempest later? Let me try it. So Evergreen Dance. We still kept the ability. Okay. So Mipachiro, I'm not really sure what that is gonna do to you if I just inflict you again. So Matarunda, and that's an attack down. Mazionga. Okay, I'm weak to it. And then Kaja, defense up. Okay. And then normal hit. Alright. So that was actually a comment. We weren't sure if Omnipotent Succession stayed after using Evergreen Dance, but we do know it does, so I can build up another gauge until I get the guaranteed crit effect later on. So let me just do another Slumber Vortex here. And then we probably need to buff up our attack again, but I will probably pass until I can get a proper turn here. Raise attack again. Gamble for the crit with the Almighty Self of Ruin. Okay, we got the crit because of Lamu's passive, very good. So let's go for the Pestilence. We get the crit as well, very nice. Evergreen Dance again, so we build up the gauge even further. Masakaja to increase accuracy and evasion, and hopefully we get a dodge here. I want to see what happens. Patro again to cleanse, that's fine. Wasn't really worried about that anyways. Blinding Strike, which is the accuracy evasion down, not really that it matters. I'm weak to that hit, so that's a little bit of pain. And then there's also, was that a Tetrakarn or a Makarakarn? Let me actually see. Okay, so it was a Tetrakarn, so I won't be doing an attack this turn. Not that I really was going to do that, so I'll just do another Slumber Vortex. Awesome. I'll heal myself because I did take a lot of damage actually, so let me just heal. And then Alexis can just simply use a Bull of Hygeia so that I can use a meteor on my next turn. And then just Celta Ruin again. So now we should be able to use our Magatsuki gauge. And hopefully there's no Tetrakarn, because I really want to attack here. Let's just see what happens. Blinding Strike, whatever, I have accuracy still. Berserker God, that's also fine. Tetrakarn again, no! That's so unfortunate. I was literally going to attack this turn. Oh, well, if I Google EX, just kill this guy. Toxico? Awesome. Poison that guy. Unfortunately, I can't... I can't attack physical. I was literally just about to. It's such a tease, okay. We'll just have to forego that strategy then. Just keep going for magic until we probably just kill the guy in the middle. He might be weak to dark, actually, so let me just use a dark attack. Dark charge. Okay, so there's a block there. Ooh, we also blocked the ice. That was very, very lucky, actually. I'll just do my attack at this point, because we don't have the pocket suit gauge. Oh, there's my Eclipse there in action. That was actually very good. I'll just use Pestilence just to attack. And then let's just do our Tempest, because we should have won this fight a long time ago. Yeah, just unfortunately, I wasn't able to do the big funny move. However, things like that just happen. It is a very long startup, so we're not able to successfully do whatever we want. So... But it is possible. We do know that it is. We can do 2 Omakatoki effects while Omnipotent Succession is active. And great work. You're natural at this. Feel free to stop by any time you want to use the virtual trainer again. So that is that quest done. We need to do the other one as well, though. So now we're doing the Army of Chaos. Let's check out this level. So 49, this is totally doable. We're fighting Sir, which guaranteed is weak to ice, right? Yeah, of course. We'll do a scan, though, just to see what else you can do. So Spyglass. You have a Fire Enhancer. While in the active party, all allies with a lower fire skill potential than the user will have it raised to the same as the user. So do you summon anyone? I don't think you do. You have Heat Wave, which is physical, Fire Dragon Strike, Metagadine, Ragnarok, okay, random foes, Dakunda, Counter, Angalao, and Mirage. So we need to be careful about Counter here. So as long as the main character doesn't do any attacks immediately, we should be okay. But I will continue to raise evasion and all that, so we don't have to worry about that. Tilt of Ruin also... Oh, I can just do Buffadine. Yeah, I can do Buffadine to extend the turn. I was going to do Tilt of Ruin to lower the accuracy, but I don't think it's necessary. You also resist most weaknesses and all that, so we're going to be a little unreliable with our debuffs here. However, I'll do a Buffadine. And then, I'm actually curious, if I do the Omnipotent Succession, does the counter have a chance to activate with each hit? Because with Poison, we do know that Poison triggers every time I attack. I will do a Luster Candy, though, to increase my own defense and accuracy. And then I'll just use the Bull just to prepare for the next turn if I'm hit by any attacks. So normal hit there, that does some pretty big damage, actually. We do have some 2 weaknesses there, and then normal hit. So... no dodge there, unfortunately. We do need to do some ruins there. However, I will keep doing the ice moves, and then another Luster Candy is in order here, so I will do that to buff us even further. And then since we have a bowl of Hygeia, we can now do a Meteorama to fully heal. And then I can then do a Silt of Ruin to lower the accuracy and evasion, and then Mabufadine to extend the turn, and then change out Lamo because you're weak to fire. And if I bring in the Onyeko Pawn, I could probably gamble with this, and then simply just redirect the physical attacks towards the main character probably, to then evade and counter. If that's a good plan, I don't know if it is, but let's see what happens. So Marojai, there's a block there, and then we win, because block overrides any extend. Let's just free them. We'll do the Mabufadine to extend. I'll probably Evergreen Dance. You can pass, I don't need to heal at all. Physical block for now, until I'm able to go back to your turn to then redirect attacks toward the Nalvino. Extend turn again with Mabufadine. Probably pass with you, because I don't need to do anything right now. And then you can do another Bull. And then you can use the King of Tails to draw hostility towards an albino. And with your very high accuracy, you should be able to dodge attacks if I need to. Not that it matters though, because we block anyways, so we can not worry about that. Now you're out of MP actually, so I will actually change you for probably Loki actually, because Loki has some ice moves and they also are not weak to fire, so this is actually a very good teammate for this. So Evergreen Dance again to fill up the gauge. Donut Magic on Loki. Catch a card if I really want to, sure. Which does go against exactly what I was planning to do, but who cares? It's fun. So, I will just... Actually, I wonder, if I just Red Tempest, it doesn't matter, right? Even if he counters me, I just Tetracard it? Yeah. It does get rid of the counter, though, so whatever. Dakunda to remove stat debuffs. Oh, okay, so it's not Dakajo, it's actually very good. So, now, we will use the Omakatoki critical, or Torrent of Chaos actually might be better. So let me do Torrent of Chaos to remove your press turn. And then I can use Buffadine to extend. refresh our buffs with Luster Candy, so I need to heal for that first. We can just do a Chakra Pot for free because we have unlimited items for this fight. Then I'll use a Tetrakarn on my character because I don't really care about the redirect attacks until next turn anyways. So I will use a Luster Candy to buff. Then you can pass, and then I can just refresh your attack, your redirect actually. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Not a good time, that's fine. Yeah. Even though Loki died, we don't really care about that. I'm just winging that shit to lower the support cost. So Meteorama. Onyekapon can just pass. I could do a Makara card actually, that could be useful. And then I will do an attack here. Hopefully I get the evasion. Can I actually evade counters? I'm curious. I can. Do I counter? Okay, no, I don't counter. Okay. Imagine if I could. That would have been an insane play right there. But let's see what happens. Hit me. Okay, so I counter that with the... whatever, man. Okay. So we do know that Draco Strike is countered by Makara Karn, so that's actually a very good combo. I will just go for another Wrath Tempest. We get the crit, awesome. Okay, we don't really die, we're fine. So, Bow, which is very cheap because of Ganesha. Refresh King of Tails. Pass, and then another Wrath Tempest. Because we're gonna get our Magatsu gauge filled anyways next turn anyways, so... No miss? No miss, okay. Whatever, we probably win this turn anyways, so let's go and destroy him. Frykugel EX will do a lot of damage. Let's do it. Boom. 909 to 1. Yeah, I'll just Makara Karn because Reflecting Magic is the best play. Wrath Tempest, we get the crit. Counter, I don't really care. No counter though, so that's very good. I'll just have to pass. You can guard. You can do Mist Rush maybe? Mirage? No Mirage, okay. Then we'll just do another Wrath Tempest. And we get the crit. That hurt, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just heal with the Soma maybe? I'll just do a Soma drop. Let's see what happens. So Margadine, we block. Yeah. We reflect. Yeah, I'm really liking the card card now because we don't die in one hit anymore, and even if they get crits on us, it literally is negated completely due to Tetracard and Makara Karn, removing pressure on my guns completely. And then we get the kill there. Again, not a hard fight because we were a little over-leveled, but that's not all. We now have a new threat here, which is a pretty lady actually. What are you? Lady Ishtar, okay. So I'll pass. Use an item here to Spyglass. And what you have is a weakness to Force and Dark, and you also have a Lightning Light, and also Charm, even though we have the situation where reviving is usually kind of bad. Balm of Life. Huh. Okay, I thought my Pale Rider was dead for some reason, which is why I tried to revive him, but I will change you out into the Pale Rider, and then I'll use a Soma on you so you can fully recover your HP and MP. But before I do that, I need to also heal myself so I can use Luster Candy. However, we need to prioritize actually making this guy stronger. So, Soma the Pale Rider, full HP and MP. You will guard actually, and then Onyekapon can just use a physical block perhaps. Because there could always just be normal hits out of nowhere, right? So, Triple Gleam. We do have a weakness, unfortunately. No blockage, though. Okay, we do get a block there, though. And then Zona, which is another block, thankfully, because Onyekapon blocks lightning for some reason. So that also means we need to bring in Artemis, perhaps, so I will actually replace probably Lachesis for whatever about that, but first thing first, I think I need to Omikatoki critical here. Yeah. That way we can get a huge action economy here. So first things first. Pestilence, just for damage. Luster Candy, because we got the Magatsu gauge filled, so we got a slight MP recovery. Lachesis can use Meteorama to heal. Onyekapon will pass because they can't really do anything. Then I'll use another Soma on myself. I didn't really necessarily need to do that. However, I'll do another Luster Candy so that we have full attack, defense, and accuracy. So let's see what happens. Zardon, we get the miss there, and I counter with a big hit. And a Triple Gleam, which is a turn extension. So that pierces. Okay. Because as you saw, Onyekapon blocks lightning, but I was a lightning move that still hit. But I do have a way around that. Check this out. Artemis has a very special ability, which I did look into on camera, just to check out our innate skills and all that. If I go to Artemis right now, with Impenetrable Purity, when the user guards or has a defense raised by 2 ranks, the Pierce effect will be nullified. And you also block lightning regardless. I'll also have to change out like this because you're out of moves. So I'll also do a somersault to lower defense. Pale Rider can try to go for the Mirage, maybe? Miss, okay. That's fine. I will just use Evergreen Dance to fill up the gauge. And then Idun can use a Golden Apple to heal and also buff up Artemis' stats. Unfortunately, no max defense though. So Marakunda defense down, Dakunda, which is negation to defense down, and then the turn extension, which also seals, and also Hamon, which I do block, so I'm fine with Hamon. I'll just do Yabusumi shot. Pass. You're sealed, so you can't do Golden Apple actually, so I'll do another pass. Amrita Shower. Slumber Vortex? Okay, we got the sleep off actually, so we don't need to attack right now. So we can spend this turn just to recover. So Magatsu gauge, Golden Apple. And then let's see what happens. So sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Cool. So you're gonna recover next turn. So that does mean we can just do the Omnipotent critical. So now we have free reign to do whatever we want. And since you are asleep, I'll do Pestilence to do big damage. Boom! 360. That's not much actually. But who cares? We're at Tempest. Ooh, we're actually shredding. So I'll do another Golden Apple just to fill up Artemis's defense. We'll do a somersault to lower defense, so now we should do incredible damage at this current moment. I'll just do a Slumber Vortex again. We get the miss there, which is kind of expected, honestly. We're at Tempest. Idun can just guard, I suppose, and then you will also... You'll just Draco Strike, because Draco Strike is a weakness, so Artemis is actually very good for this fight. So Ziodyne, we should not block that, actually. And there we go, we get to block there. So Pale Rider is unfortunately not doing what I want him to do, which is to inflict Mirage, but it's whatever. We'll just Evergreen Dance to fill up gauge. She can Donum Glaze, so I will do that on my character. Draco Strike to extend. Mirage. No Mirage. Okay, so your usefulness is gone now. I'll just Rat Tempest. Crit. No crit. But we did do a lot of damage there because of Donum Blade. So Ziodyne, we get the block there. Guaranteed block. And now you're gathering nearby Makatsui. So what I should do is guard. But also, I'll just Kugel. Boom. So we did a lot of damage there. And now I will guard with my character. And I need to refresh my buffs. So what I need to do is pass, use an item to heal the MP, Trucker Pot Idun. Because what we're going to do is essentially guard, pass, and then Golden Apple. So even if they do an AoE lightning move, Artemis should block. So Mahamon, that's fine. Oh, we got an evasion there as well. And then Ziodyne, which is another miss. Your accuracy wasn't lowered, so I guess we just got lucky. Solar Vortex? No, Mirage, of course. Oh well, we'll just shred you with Rat Tempest. I'm kind of taking it slow. I don't really need to be this slow. I can just wail on you with strong physical attacks. So, honestly, I should change you into Lugaru, because Lugaru blocks lightning and also just does very good physical damage. So let's do another Rat Tempest. Okay. Whatever, buddy. You just hit me. Mazuka, block. Drop a clean, block. Ow. And Aroma. Unfortunate, but whatever. I'll just do another heal. Actually, I'll pass first. So pass. Rat Tempest. Oh crap. Whatever. Golden Apple. Draco Strike. Pass. And then Evergreen Dance. Fill up the gauge, and then we shall, I don't know, Mataruda lower attack, sure. Let's see your worst. Ziodyne. Ow. Hello? You're dead. Ziodyne again? Ow. Ziodyne. Block. And gathering nearby Makatsui. However, I don't care, because you're dead this turn. Because, oh yeah, it's pretty low. I'll gamble. Omnipotent Succession. Let's just beat you up. You might think I'm going to attack immediately, but no. I will gamble to miss. Let's just do a somersault to lower defense. We get the crits. And now, Wrath Tempest. Killer. Go again. And then we got her. And of course I could go against another enemy here, which would be very bad, but also we might be able to win. And if not, I'll just cut to when we get back here, I guess. So, we need to definitely bring in a teammate who can probably bring in the aggro, actually. So yeah, let me do that. Draw an aggro, and then we'll probably recover with another Makatsui gauge or something like that. So witness me. And then Artemis can just use an item to fully heal. Soma on the main character, and then we're good for this turn. Let's see what happens. So Pierce Armor, that's fine. We got a miss there, very lucky. Fangbreaker, that's a resist. And a Fangbreaker again. So all we need to do is Tetrakarn, and then we're good. Change in Omnipotent, if he's alive, that is. So now we will actually... Yeah, we will redirect attacks to Hayatara from now on. You will pass, you will use an item to Spyglass. So you have Physical and Dark, while also having Toxic Spray with Darkest Assault. Not that insane, actually. It's pretty manageable. Tetrakarn, Hayatara, and then we're pretty much good for the most part. We just have to worry about Poison, I suppose, but Poison is the least of our troubles, honestly. So Luster Candy to increase our stats, and actually should be maxed out. So, normal hit, Tetrakarn, we block the move. So, as long as they only do physical attacks, we can just Tetrakarn spam Hayataro, and then we just win, right? So, Rat Tempest, we get the crit. I'll pass. Somersault. King of Tails. Another Luster Candy. So our Microscope gauge should fill up for the most part. Dark Sword, Tetrakarn, boom. Now we have a full gauge. And now we can do a lot of fun things here. So, pass the Omnipotent Succession right now. And then we're going to try out the strategy of waiting until we can do the Omnipotent Critical. So I'll just Evergreen Dance. Tetrakarn. And then we just wait until we can actually fill up the gauge, right? Chakra Pop. Lightning Strike. Got him. Did that actually lower your own accuracy? I think it did. Evergreen Dance. Astral Sting Strike. We got the crit. Awesome. Tetrakarn. Witness Me. So we're not going to have the defense down immediately, but that's okay, because we don't even have a full gauge anyways. Pierce Armor. Ow. Double hit. Oh. Elusive Eclipse does happen 4 times. Okay, so counters don't actually trigger the effect. That's very good. It doesn't counteract our synergy, so we're good. Evergreen Dance. Somersault. We got the crit. That was actually unintended, but we'll take those. Then I'll just do an attack mirror Hayatara. And now, let's have some fun with Omnipotent Critical.
You ready?
Let's use Wrath Tempest. Boom. Full crit. With also maximum defense down and maximum attack up. Look at that damage! Holy! I'll also do Carnage Fang because we just do big damage with this, and then we win. Okay, that was an insane combo. And now we're probably on the last fight here, so called an ally. I don't like how fat that dude is. We need to recover Onikapon immediately, so I'll use a Soma on you. Hayataro can just use a Witness Me to draw an aggro, and then I can probably pass into a Tetrakarn for Hayataro. Then I'll pass again, and then use an item to scan. So Spyglass Ariok, who's level 55. So what you have is a Reflection to Ice, you're weak to Lightning, and you also have lots of physical moves and some ice moves as well. Hades Blast to all foes, okay, that could be bad because Onikapot's weak to that. Mabufudine is also heavy to all foes, and you have Avenger, which increases damage based on the number of incapacitated allies in the stock. Okay. Let's see what happens. So Bufudine, okay. Ooh, you revived though? I don't like the magic hits. Normal hit, that's fine, we reflect. I don't like how much damage that did, because that's a magic move, so I need to pass. Evergreen Dance, or actually Luster Candy to buff stats. Draco Strike because of lightning. You also have Storm Draco Strike as well. Oh, you have accuracy up. I don't like that. I'll do a somersault though. Yeah, lower defense. I want to get rid of your buffs, honestly. So, it's tough, right? Because if I do Tetrakarn, they'll just do an ice move again, right? But I'll do it anyways. I'll Tetrakarn, probably Evergreen Dance to fill up the gauge for next turn. So normal hit, that's a Tetrakarn. Oh, very lucky, okay. We just have to gamble whether or not they do the move immediately. Succession, because we're going to do the same strategy, right? Of just critting and then demolishing them. So, Evergreen Dance. Yeah, we do have an accuracy buff, but I don't trust this enemy in particular. I need to find someone if they have, like, an accuracy lower. Oh, Lamu actually does. Okay, so Lamu can switch in safely, because they also resist ice. Tetrakarn, Hayataro again. Refresh Witness Me. Even if I miss, it doesn't matter anyways, right? There we go. So we lower the action evasion of the main target. So Bufudine, that's a hit. Okay, accuracy evasion up. And then normal hit, which is fine, because we reflect that. Okay. Could have gone better, but also could have gone worse. So Evergreen Dance again. So we should have a full gauge by next turn. I'll do another Silver Ruin maybe. Okay, we get another miss there, unfortunately, but it's fine because we can still reflect. Okay, we got a miss there actually. I didn't actually apply Touch Guard, did I? Huh. But it doesn't matter because now we can do our famous strategy of, I'll just King of Tails actually to buff your attack. It could be a bad idea, however I don't care, because let's go for the critical.
Watch this.
And with Omnipotent Succession, we should just demolish them. Let's do it. Big hit. Big hit again. Let's keep going. And then another one. No misses there. We got very lucky on the misses. Yeah, at this point, we'll probably just pass so we can play it safe. Oh, I can't Luster Candy, actually. That's very unfortunate. I'll just guard instead, and then use an item to recover MP. Okay, there we go. So the guard here is just a failsafe, because I am being targeted right now. There we go, guarded. Guarded again. And then Iodine, which is another guard. Almost died! Oh, no! Oh, that was so lucky. Okay, so I need to definitely pass. Change in instead of Hayataro, actually. Hear me out. We bring in Titania because she can sacrifice teammates to keep us alive.
Go!
And she also has a way to heal us, so I'll just do a Dairahan to full heal. There we go. We need to play it safe. I'll just do a physical block this time around because Tetracard is a little unreliable. And then I'll use the Luster Candy because we did recover our MP. So the evasion will be good. What else can I do with her? Hey, you know what? Why not? It does overwrite the physical block, but who cares? Let's see what happens. There we go. We got lucky. Cool. Okay. We're back. We are so back. Use another Luster Candy to fully increase our attack, defense, and evasion. And then you have Agadine. I don't know how useful that is, though. I know Decarabia's evade a lot, but I can still do a Silt of Ruin safely because our accuracy and evasion were buffed up, same as they were. Yeah, physical block's probably better. Because now we can just pass, then let's go. Yeah, same as strategy as before. Let's see what happens. It did blast. Yep, that is why I did both physical block and the reflection there. Purely so that Audiocon wouldn't die or anything like that. So now, what I can do is again pass. Do I do another succession into critical? I might as well, right? Because it's fun. It's a very fun strategy. So Evergreen Dance, fill the gauge as much as possible. Okay, light. Oh, okay, light. Okay. I'll just Silt of Ruin again, just to be safe. And then maybe Tetrakarn or Physical Block? Yeah, Physical Block's probably better just to keep going fun safe. Normal hit, okay. And then Megadola, whatever. Megadola does do a lot of damage, but I really don't care. Bounce. Do I Silt of Ruin? I'll probably Silt of Ruin, yeah. And at this point, Tetrakarn's probably the safe play, because now we will have our full move next turn. So normal hit. Yeah, I don't have the... Unfortunately, I don't have the aggro right now. So now you've actually buffed, but I also have actually buffed, so who cares?
It's time!
It's time. Wrath Tempest. Big damage. Big damage. Another one. Get rid of the Decarabias. And now full attack onto the main targets. Now, of course, I do need to heal. But I'll first Tetrakarn you just to be safe. And then... someone's probably dying this turn. Not gonna be me, though. Full Soma. Oh, here's Gathering Makatsui. Well, it could be worse. Yeah, I'll just bring an Artemis, sure. Why not? Mirror on main character. Do I gamble King of Tails? I don't know. Now, Titania's dead. So hear me out. What if I just do Magic Mirror instead? I'll do Magic Mirror on main character instead, because if you go for the ice move, I'm completely fine. There we go. Smart play. Okay. We're good. That was a big play. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm smart. Alright, Yoshitsune, get in here. The all-reliable somersault, defense down, and then we go for the gamble or guarantee crit with Hatsutobi. And we could potentially kill with Wrath Tempest, but I'll do a Luster Candy first, just to make sure we have defense and accuracy on our side. And now let's see. Fred Light, whatever, we resist. And then we get to retaliate. Very good. And now we can just finish them off with the succession. Or Frykukul, honestly. I probably should have done Frykukul because that was more reliable. But we finished them off with Wrath Tempest. Awesome. Is that the last one? It's the last one. That was really fun. I loved that. And that's the true power of Omnipotent Succession with Amakatoki Critical. Oh, you also get Fierce Roar, goodbye Megado. Useless move. Great work, you're a natural at this. Feel free to stop by any time you want to use the virtual trainer again. Oh, it appears that this was your first time completing this kind of training. The new data we received will be very helpful. Here's a thank you from the research team. Do we get a period? Oh, bombs! I love bombs! I'm gonna save immediately because that was a nightmare to get through. I'm so glad I was able to do that first try. I did not need to redo anything like that. But we had so many deaths. I'm glad that healing is pretty cheap, honestly. So, wonderful. Let's turn in those quests. Before I do that, Yoshitsune wants to talk to me and witness the result of my training. And we get a power boost to strength as well. Yeah, might as well use Yoshitsune for future battles, sure, why not? I feel a comforting sense of transience in this place. It seems to wash away the fatigues of my battle-worn mind. I gave Kresnik a lavish demon box, and I have yet to show you my true power. And there is a power-up as well. And more strength, very nice. Okay, so I'm in Minato right now, right? So, in Minato, as we know, Aogami here would stand behind the bench, but now Tsukiyomi is standing in front of the bench. So let's turn in this quest.
Oh, thank you.
Good job with the exercise. I was able to gather some more data on the Kunitsukami thanks to you. So now let me put this here. Great, we've successfully recovered data on the Kunitsukami demons. Nice. And we got the Kunitsu talisman. I don't really have any of those, do I, though? And allies of the Kinitsu race can now use the Magatsu's skill, Dekajo. It removes all stat buffs on all foes and returns ailment resistances to their original states. Okay. With this data, you should be able to make the Kunitsu Kami demons your allies. Of course, you'll still need a way to actually summon them first, though. The records we discovered on the Kunitsu Kami were quite old. I wonder if they were originally fought. Anyways, thanks for your help. I'll be heading out now. Oh, no wonder I didn't have any of them. I can now recruit them. Oh, lots of them for fusion. Or 2 of them, rather. Though I did see 4 enemies during that boss fight, so,
See you.
let's also talk to you. A great job. Thanks to you, I was able to gather more data on the armies of Chaos Demons. So now I'll just input this here, and great. We've successfully recorded the data on the demons from this armies of Chaos. Amazing. We get some bombs alive. Not that I really use them that much. With this data, you should be able to return the demons from the armies of Chaos into allies. Very nice. You'll, of course, have to summon them first, however, so it seemed like the other ones,
Thank
okay?
you.
Anyway, thank you so much for your help. I'll be returning it to the Japanese branch now. Awesome. Cert, Ishtar, Shutterbog, and Ariok. I can't wait for Ishtar, though. She was hot. Yo. Lady Ishtar available for special fusion? What does it even require? 62! I want you. Oh, it's actually pretty easy, too. Oh, and the other special fusion for Cert, I believe, it only requires me to get a Floros, which we did see inside of Shakan, so I can go back and recruit that if I ever want to register this guy. I did level 62, though. Also, the Kunitsu demon, right here. Level 55, unregistered, but I can now technically get you. You have Nation Founder. When using healing skill on an ally, the target may have ramp stat increased by 1 rank for 3 turns, and it seems like you are, in fact, a healer. So you have Fatal Sword, Meteorama Mipatra, which cures ailments for all allies, Mistress Draco Strike for a light, and also Physical Block. And your strength is pretty good. Your magic is low, though, and I think healing scales off of magic, I'm pretty sure, so it's not going to be that crazy. I don't know if you're an effective healer, but having more healers on the team is better than having no healers, so you can get an Oberon in one specific spot, so maybe I can go back and recruit him. And just as a reminder where to get Oberon, you just take this rail to go up here, and they should be alright here, so I'll just go recruit this guy real quick. Got him. Oberon and Bishop 110, let's get that healer. Dimitra Samarakarn, Makaro Hokaja, and Masakunda.
We shall fight as one!
It is an honor to fight at your side. Now the question is, the Rage of a Queen. Head to Mita over in Minato, locate Cleopatra, and eliminate her if necessary. Now, because I'm incredibly strong and I'm level 58, maybe I can probably squeeze by and try to fight her. So let's get this done. Let's just head on over here, and you sent a dangerous power from within the bus. Go closer? Yes. Who's there? Yo.
What is it?
Who are you? Wait, I've heard rumors of you. You're from Bethel, Japan.
Correct.
After everything I've done in service of Bethel, this is the treatment I get. If it weren't for me, everyone would have been condemned, just like the rabble of Babylonia. And yet, not only have I been cast out, but Bethel sent an assassin after me. I should have expected as much, all the effort I spent sucking up to them when they're impossible to please and they don't even acknowledge me. I've had enough of this. I'll kill anyone who tries to get near me. That's right, I'm done running and hiding. Now I'm gonna kill you all.
Yes.
And I'll start with you. Okay. Do you go first? Okay, cool. We're good. So first things first, I'm gonna just go immediately into the Yabasami shop. Cool. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thankfully you have safeguard. I'll just spyglass you. So you got a lure, may step forward during a demon negotiation. Okay, that's fine. Frolic, chance to inflict charm on all foes, lowering attack and defense by 2 ranks for 3 turns. That's so bad. Oh no. Okay. So you also have force, ice, and light, and also some physical. Okay. So I for sure need to have teammates who probably block charm if I had to guess, which I don't know if I have any of that. Unfortunately, only resists, so we're gonna have to do this the hard way. What are you weak to again? So you're weak to dark, and that's it? Okay. I want to buff, because missing is really bad. You're weak to poison, okay. So maybe I can get the poison off, actually. Of course, I need to probably pass just to not risk anything. And then I'll just use a Luster Candy, and this could go either good or bad. I have no idea. Let's see what happens. So normal hit. That's okay. That's a crit, though. So we'll put on to get a block there. Okay. So because we have some blockage, we're good for the most part. Toxic Cloud? No! Okay. Luster Candy? Yeah, we are wasting a lot of turns by missing and all that, and also not utilizing half actions. But since our accuracy is fully maxed out, I shouldn't miss anymore, right? Cool. Okay. Now I should probably use some items, huh? Maybe I can go for the Mirage? Okay, no Mirage. Maybe I should heal? Magic Mirror. As long as I'm safe, it's fine. A Reflect. Presnick's dead though, but who cares? He's not the main character. We're gonna go all in on physical. Somersault. We're just gonna rush her down because she doesn't have that much health, right? And also Toxic Spray can also get the poison off, which means Pestilence will be super powerful. Boom. Not a crit though. We need to get that Omnipotent critical effect in action immediately. But I will use probably a Lifestone Chain because, or Beat Chain actually. Beat Chain is a full HP recovery, so sure. That is way better. Let's see what happens. We block, we're good. And the poison is still active, so let's use the Omnipotent critical. Now, of course, I can do the Omnipotent Succession strategy, however, I really want Pale Rider to do some damage here. So, Pestilence! Get the damage. You actually don't do that much at all, actually. Oh well, we're after this. Good damage. Somersault could be helpful, but at the same time, I don't really need to do it. I'll just Regular Strike instead. You will guaranteed to crit, so what if I just Megaton Press? No miss, okay. Continue the Pestilence. And then I should change in a teammate to heal, so,
Your turn, go!
I don't know if Titania can resist the attacks here, but I just brought you in so I could make the main character not die. Anyways, Draco Strike. Yeah, sure. Buff up your Draco Strike, who cares? Attack. Ow. And gathering nearby Magatsumi. So, there's gonna be some moves, huh? What kind of moves, though, is the question. I can't Luster Candy, unfortunately. I could just guard with you, though. So guard with you. I could Draco Strike, or Somersault again, yeah. Refresh that. And then you can heal, perhaps? So heal you. Magic Mirror with main character. And if there's an attack that happens, I'll reflect and we'll be good. Someone put Valerian? Yeah. I expected Titania to die, which is why I got the reflection off. So honestly, we are in a very good situation here. Even though she's just using ice moves to completely demolish us, because I have a lot of teammates that can block ice, all I really need to do is utilize that to my advantage. So if I bring in Loki as well, who probably has Dark, I don't know if I have Dark on you actually, we can pretty much just win. As long as I make sure the main character has a magic reflection. You don't have Dark, but that doesn't matter because I do have some Dark items instead. But I will still just keep going for magic mirrors. I think I have someone with Makarakarn somewhere, but not at the current moment. I will also use an item to heal MP, Chakra Drop, to building up my stats. And then I'll just use Luster Candy. So now we have attack and defense. Not that it really matters though. So, recovered from poison. Oh.
You want to watch? Then gaze upon my beauty.
Oh, cool. Where's the soda? If I just critical, it should be fine, right? Yeah. So I will crit, and even though some attack is down, it doesn't really matter, because I can just go through the Wrath Tempest, lower the enemy's defense with Somersault if I need to. Okay. Yeah, we can refresh that. And then we can use an item to actually cleanse. Yeah, negate stat buffs on allies, and we have 10 of these, so it's fine. So I can negate that, and then I can then use a Chakra Pot, probably. Yeah, to fully recover MP there. And then use another Wrath Tempest just to get some more damage in. And then finish the turn with probably an attack buff here. We're not blocking, so we could take some damage here, but again, yeah, it's just a normal hit. I would have hoped that would have missed, though. Unfortunate, but you can never be too sure of everything, though. So yeah, there's some shot. Oh! Okay. You know, Safeguard is actually very valuable. Oh, so I'll just play it safe and just guard, honestly. Yeah, just guard. Because most of you block ice anyway, so I don't think it matters too much. So, just so the main character doesn't get blasted by ice. So there we go. Yeah, since she only uses ice, which is surprising actually, she hasn't really been using much of light or anything else really. Yeah, Wrath Tempest. Oh, no crit. Okay. Very bad turn. And I'll just change you out because you aren't really doing much. I'll change into Lamu instead because you have some ice resistance. And you can also lower the enemy's accuracy and evasion, so that would be very handy. And you straight up have no MP whatsoever, so I'll just guard with you, I suppose. And then you can refresh our buffs with Luster Candy once more, and then maybe Evergreen Dance next turn. Let's see what happens. Some as a 9? Oh, cool. And no more. There's the force moves, finally. I was wondering when that would happen. Anyways, I want to Evergreen Dance to give us the gauge. You will have to change out to probably Idun to give us buffs and heal. Lamu can Tilt of Ruin because I'm tired of you evading. There we go. And then you can Toxic Breath. There we go. You're also weak to that, so that's very good. You don't have the moves I want you to have, though. So, I will guard. Use Idun to heal first. Golden Apple, we are. And let's see what happens. So, normal hit, that's fine. And there's a lightning that kills immediately, also. That's fine, because what I can do is probably bring in Scathitch and Kukulane, because I'm going to have some fun here. Change you out. Fully lowered stats with Raging Whirlwind, lowered attack and defense to the minimum for 3 turns. Blast you. And it's also a Pierce effect, so it doesn't even matter if she voids or blocks a wind or anything like that, so we'll extend the turn there. And then use, I didn't mean to pass actually, I'll just Golden Apple just to recover our stats up and heal a little bit. Frolic again. Ooh, luckily for me, the main character is not charmed. Ha ha ha. Shower? There we go. Awesome. And that is always sort of why you're doing this here, just to refresh our buffs. And then you can just use a Givulge. And since the defense down is in effect here, we are completely fine. Oh yeah, you have Makara Karn, yeah. That does it. So if there's any ice moves, we block it. But, wrong target. You should have done that. Mabadoom. Go for the hit. Or Wrath Tempest? Yeah, sure. Ooh, no crit. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I'll have to do things the hard way, and then I'll bring in Hayatara, why not? I haven't used you in a while. Plus you can draw an aggro, I suppose. And you get an attack up, and no more golden apples. However, I have something else. Refresh the attack down. There we go. So now you can't really hit us that hard. So you'll use Mizadine. We get a block there because of Scathitch. Now, we on Makatoki critical, because our teammate is dead, so I can't really do that. So, critical. Now you will use your dark move. Don't miss. Okay, cool. You have a lovely Wrath Tempest available. You will change out. This guy's Toxic Spray, which is good enough, sure. Not that it will really matter though, because we're probably going to just do a Carnage Fang for big damage, and then I have nothing else to do but to probably Steel Needle actually. I can crits, doesn't really matter. And then I will guard, because I can't do anything with that. And then Toxic Spray. We get the miss, but there's still a defense down, which means Carnage Fang. Let's go. And even with the level difference, we still completed the quest, and we got a level up out of it, and also $7,000. Let's get some more vitality. We got this sexy lady down. No, how did I? The target is no longer a threat. Our objective has been completed.
Correct.
If I'm gonna suffer even further, shame, I'd rather die. Do nothing. Meeting my hand in front of a strong man, I'd say it's fitting for me. Cleopatra took her own life. Oh. There's something on the ground where Cleopatra disappeared. And we got magnetite powder. What's this? The Rage of the Queen has been completed. Which usually does mean we can now probably fuse her after the quest is done. So let me go and turn the quest in. You know, all things considered, the charm effect really wasn't that bad. Anyways, we're gonna turn this quest in. Welcome back. Did you find Cleopatra? And you reported on the investigation into Cleopatra.
Really?
I see. So after losing the fight, she took her own life. I suppose she was showing her pride as a queen in the end. Well, thanks to you, she won't cause any more harm to Bethel.
We're willing to share with you.
Thank you for your
given
help.
that You went to the same school.
I think that takes care of the matter. And we completed the Rage of the Queen, and we got some stamina bombs, which does remind me I have some bombs I need to use for the main character, and also we got some level ups, including one for Kresnik as well. What does this do? Low accuracy? Hell no. And then Kresnik gets nothing, actually. As payment for your work, I'll register Cleopatra's data into the virtual trainer so we can fight her again, huh? With this, you can engage in virtual battles with Cleopatra, and I'll send word to have you cleared, so speak with my superior if you want to give it a try.
That reminds me.
Oh, and by the way, magnetite powder is probably a totem. If you give that to me, I can analyze the power sealed inside to reconstruct it as a demon for you. I can only do it once, though. Oh, sure.
Thank you.
If you need a demon, just go and speak to my superior. Alright, I should get back to work. Request demonic allies. And these are the demons you can summon based on the totems you currently have. Cleopatra. Hey, Cleopatra joined the party. Oh,
Goodbye.
cool. Goodbye. So what level is she? 61! And Frolic is broken. And she's also kind of a healer. This is perfect. By far, she is the hottest demon we've ever gotten, so for sure, she'll make a lovely teammate. And honestly, she might replace Artemis in terms of utility, because you lower attack and defense by 2 ranks. Unlike Somersault, which only lowers defense by 2 ranks. Maybe I don't need Artemis anymore. Maybe. But this would also combo pretty well with, again, Pale Rider, because this also inflicts Charm, which makes Pale Rider's Pestilence even stronger. Not that he really does that much damage anyways, but you get the point. We also have the required amount of demons to get Cleopatra, apparently, so let me actually check what it requires in case I ever need to do it again. Not that I will get rid of her, of course. So, you just need Titania, Isis, Lamia, and Narcissus, and that's it. But since we're in the World of Shadows, at level 59 we have access to Ananta, which, let me actually check what you do. Roaring Mist. Increases the damage of users' ice attacks based on the number of hits dealt by allies during their turn. Okay, so just ice damage, alright. You have Purple Smoke, Ice Draco Strike, Storm Draco Strike, and you also get Ice Pleroma, Titanomachia, and Murderous Glee, which increases crit rate. You might be useful for my, physical attacking teams. Sure, I can probably add you in, yeah. And since I'm not using the Chimera, I could get myself a Yearlinger, if I have room, that is. And unfortunately, my team is incredibly full, oh my goodness. Goodbye, healer. Because Cleopatra is already a healer, so I don't need another healer, even if you are good or not. I got a Yearlinger, so that was pretty easy. All I needed to do was go to Shakan, immediately right outside of the waypoint area, and then... let's just go and fuse, actually. I have nothing else to say. Chimera and Yearlinger. Let's get the dragon, which is not a snake apparently, despite having a lot of snake hits. I also want Fierce Roar because your vitality is very good, at 56 being your highest stat, so this is what I'm going to be rocking with. Let's fuse. What do you sound like? Is it a bunch of snakes? You know what? You sound more like a dragon than a snake, so yeah, I think you will inherit the title of dragon. But that being said, I think it is time to end the episode here. Because even though we had literally zero main story progress, I got done a ton of side quests that were pretty on level actually, all things considered, and we got a showcase of our brand new abilities. Well, I wouldn't say brand new. We got a showcase of our powerful ability of Omnipotent Succession, and also the combination of Omagatoki Critical, thanks to our special Nahobino effect of using Evergreen Dance in between. So that was a very fun thing to playtest, and I think on the next episode, if there's no side quests, we will just head straight into the main story progress, which should be, well, of course, inside of Tokyo. So, I will see you there. Bye-bye. See you later.